Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a radical, fundamental shift in the professional world. Now, if you think the standard one-page PDF resume is going to survive the next decade, well, you're in for a fascinating surprise. We're looking at a rapidly approaching future where the way we prove our skills, our worth, and even our professional identity in an AI-driven economy is going to completely change. We are moving way, way beyond the traditional resume into something far more powerful. Section 1. The Human Trust Gap. Okay, let's dive into this by looking at a strange, almost glaring paradox in how professional trust actually functions today. I mean, we live in this wildly advanced, hyper-connected digital world, right? And yet, our system of establishing trust is a massive bottleneck that's just becoming impossible to ignore. On one side of the equation, you have software, banks, complex AI models. How do they talk to each other? They use APIs, application programming interfaces. They communicate instantly, they verify vast amounts of data seamlessly, and they operate with an incredibly high level of trust. But then, on the human side, we're still stuck treating archaic self-declared paperwork. We use static resumes, flat online profiles, paper certificates, and phone call references. It is a completely outdated system. Studies constantly show how frequently people embellish or outright lie on their resumes. Anyone can literally claim they're a synergy expert on a PDF, and we just kind of have to hope they aren't making it up. We are operating in a high-tech world that desperately needs verifiable truth. Section 2. When AI becomes the boss. This brings us to the impending catalyst that's going to force this entire outdated system to break down and evolve. We are entering an era of automated management. I want you to imagine your near future for a second. What actually happens when AI agents start hiring people? Really think about that. We're talking about a world where AI agents are tasked with building teams, assigning granular work tasks, and managing complex projects from start to finish. An AI agent is not human. It can't just sit down with you for a coffee and get a gut feeling about your work ethic. It cannot simply read a vibe from a beautifully formatted, pastel-colored piece of paper. It needs hard, undeniable data. So what does this automated AI manager actually need to know? Because just knowing who you are is no longer anywhere near enough to confidently assign you work. It's going to systematically fire off a series of strict evaluations. First, what can you actually do? Second, what have you proven you can do? Third, who or what system can securely verify that proof? Fourth, how historically reliable is that evidence? And finally, can your reputation travel across platforms? That last one is a massive hurdle right now. Think about it. Is your reputation currently locked inside a walled garden? Right now, your 5-star Uber rating doesn't help you run an Airbnb, and your great feedback on an internal company project doesn't help you get hired somewhere else. And AI needs to evaluate human capital using data that is undeniable and travels with you everywhere. Section 3. Enter the human API. This leads us to the inevitable. High-tech solution to this massive, emerging hiring problem. And let me make this absolutely clear up front. This concept is vastly bigger and far more profound than just taking a resume and making it digital. The defining characteristic here is that a human API is a permissioned interface. It's a secure gateway to our verified capabilities, our hard-earned credentials, our reputation, and our direct proof of work. It is absolutely not some open broadcast that just exposes all of your personal data to the entire internet, because let's face it, that would be a privacy nightmare. Instead, you hold the keys, you grant the access, you interface with the market entirely on your terms. And this brilliantly illustrates the crux of this whole explainer, because it creates a massive shift in how we present ourselves to the world. Notice the shift in language here. We're moving completely away from a world where you simply write "I know Python" on a piece of paper, crossing your fingers and just hoping the person reading it believes you. Instead, your interface says, "Here is verifiable evidence that I know Python." It's the ultimate evolution from merely making a subjective claim to proving it cryptographically. And when we say cryptographically, we just mean the proof is locked by math and code. It's mathematically verified, so it's essentially impossible to fake. Section 4. The new trust layer. Let's look at how this builds into the architecture of tomorrow's workforce. We're talking about the creation of an entirely new foundation. I want to guide you through exactly how this ecosystem operates mechanically. Watch how this snowballs from a basic concept into a full-blown system. It all kicks off with step 1, human identity. That's you, securely authenticated. Then, step 2, your actual capability generates hard evidence of your work. You complete a project, write a piece of code, or finish a design, and that action leaves a tangible digital trace.
Step 3, that evidence goes through rigorous verification. An automated system or trusted party signs off on it. Once it clears that hurdle, we hit step 4, where it transforms into portable trust. It's now a digital credential you completely own. And finally, step 5, that crystallized trust enables machine-readable collaboration. Do you see how elegant that is? It takes your raw human abilities and mechanically refines them into a structured, indisputable trust layer that platforms, software, and AI agents can instantly read, understand, and act upon. Which unlocks a truly beautiful concept at the very core of this system. Prove more while revealing less. In our current analog world, you often have to overshare personal details just to get a foot in the door, right? You have to submit to lengthy background checks, give up your personal history, and rebuild your reputation from scratch every single time you join a new platform or apply for a new project. But with a human API, your trust becomes entirely portable. Through these cryptographic credentials, you can conclusively prove exactly what you are capable of to an AI without ever exposing unnecessary personal information. It is maximum proof combined with maximum privacy.
Section 5. The end of the resume. This static professional profile, a document we have literally relied on for generations, simply cannot survive in a machine-driven hiring environment. It's rapidly becoming obsolete technology. I want to leave you with a final, provocative thought directly from our source material. Your next resume might not be a document. It might be an interface to what you can prove. Let that sink in for a moment. The internet built APIs for software to function. Now the economy is demanding an API for human trust. The shift from claims to cryptographic proof is already beginning. The only question left is, how will you build your interface? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I highly encourage you to take a look at your own skills today and ask yourself, how much of it can you actually prove?